Hello, I'm Sam Black, and today let's talk about why your niche isn't too hard for outreach. Your offer just isn't built for cold traffic. Every single reliable business needs this predictable client flow. For B2B service providers with 15K plus LTV, that looks like 10 plus qualified calls each month at 30% close rate, that is 3 new clients each month. Referral alone won't get you that. Referrals, by their very nature, depends on someone else's timing. Hence, they can't be controlled. Hence, we need to go out there and get clients ourselves. We need to do outreach. But most B2B service providers I talk to say this: outreach hasn't worked for my business. To which I've always asked, tell me about your offer. Who exactly does it help? What outcome does it help them unlock? I've never started with how much volume you're doing or what's your positive response rate. Those questions are useless if what you're selling is not what strangers buy. The thing that you've been selling to referrals, people who know you, friends, past colleagues, people you stumbled in on networks who were having a good day and you find them, those kind of handshake deals won't work on cold traffic. Let me make it crystal clear if I haven't already. There is absolutely zero point in selling a warm referral offer that you've sold to people you know to strangers who have no reason to trust you. All you'll do is kill time that you don't have in excess. You'll maybe get 0 to 1 replies per 100 messages sent instead of 10 to 15, and this hurts your brain more than a lack of clients ever does. You are now transitioning from referrals to actually going out there and getting clients. But if you're using the same offer, you'll just get 0 to 1 replies. If your messaging is based on your warm referral offer, you'll hurt your head and blame your stars and call competitors who have a predictable client flow lucky. You don't want to be in that situation. We want our client acquisition to be a math problem, not a hair fall problem. That requires an offer built for strangers, not referrals. Here's what makes a cold traffic offer work. Number one, you might have heard this word, tangible. You not only need it tangible, you also need it to be desirable. You want them to feel the thing that you're offering them with their eyes closed. Not vague promises such as elevate your financial strategy from reactive to proactive. This is very common in the fractional CFO space, but outcomes they can measure and desire, such as uncover and plug 50K in annual cash leaks with a 48-hour finance audit, guaranteed savings, or it's free. I don't want to go deep in these examples right now here because it depends on your exact situation. What service are you providing? But take this just as a example that if you are somewhere here where you're selling things that people can't hold on to with their eyes closed, it's going to be difficult. One thing that helps me is how close is your offer to revenue. For example, for me, I sell a LinkedIn content and DM service where I promise B2B service providers 10 plus qualified calls each month. Those qualified calls determine how many people they'll close. So it's extremely close to revenue. Can you build a service? Can you build an offer, or can you position your offer to be closer towards revenue? I've been in talks with an executive coach recently, and she also had a warm referral offer, and I've asked her to convert that into something that is closer towards retention. Because the buyer that she's selling the offer to, if she can promise that I can improve your retention rates, then it's a win-win, and it then becomes something non-negotiable that companies have to buy. If the executive coach is helping their team improve their retention rates by improving culture, as opposed to just saying that I'll improve your culture and I'll remove conflict from your teams, they can't see the immediate impact of that. They can if you tie your offer closer to revenue. Then risk reversal. Again, we're talking about strangers here. The default state of every stranger on the internet is that they don't trust you. So how can you reduce their risk? This can be something on the lines of pay per performance. This can be some kind of guarantee, or this can be a trial that removes their downside. For me, I offer a affordable monthly retainer plus pay per performance, and my monthly price is lower than their CAC, which is cost to acquire a customer. So for them, it's a less risk-free deal. Also, when I'm discussing this with my potential clients, I always tell them that how much money will you have to invest to do this on yourself. If that amount of money is lower than what I'm charging, plus I'm bringing in the expertise that you won't find in the market, then it makes it easier for me to close deals. Finally, we also need deliverable stacking. We just don't want to say, bro, I'll help you get 10 plus qualified calls each month. We are in the business of selling a digital service. So how can we make that digital service more tangible? How can we stack that digital service to the brim where they are almost at the point of overwhelm that, oh my God, this is the amount of things that I'm getting when I'm working with this guy. This needs to be multiple assets. I have 12. Some of them are these, like I'll give them a teleprompter ready VSL script, a 1000 active buyer list, LinkedIn profile rewrite, outbound messaging system, content, performance analysis. All of those need to be stacked. After you tell them, okay, this is the outcome. Now to achieve this outcome, this is what I'm going to build for you, and then keep stacking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10 is a good deal. I have 12, but I would say don't go beyond 12. Beyond 12, then it gets too overwhelming. Like 7 to 12 is a sweet spot for the amount of deliverables that you'll be promising for a 3-month project. Now, you don't need to wait 3 to 6 months to build authority or a bigger audience to build a cold traffic offer. We can design one for you this week, test it in outreach next week, and start booking you calls from cold traffic. If you want to see how this exactly works for your business, click the link in the description to book your free client acquisition audit. This is it for this one. I'll see you in the next one.